management here, and it means that the total customer development. Most of the time when people come to the organization, I tell that your growth is inseparably linked with the growth of the organization. So if organization grows, you grow. If organization doesn't grow, you don't grow. Now, if your customer develops, you also develop along with them. And that's why if you concentrate on developing the customer completely, that's what CRM as a holistically looks at it. It's mutual gain. You are also developing, but simultaneously you are allowing others also to develop. And then the relationship becomes more reciprocal. Just a definition, if we go by definition, the important points is it's a core business strategy. And as again, Mahendra sir pointed out, that relationship has to be romantic. Yes, intimate understanding and knowledge of the customer. It doesn't mean you have to do a lot of intrusive activity. The moment you try to be intrusive about the customer, they are put off. So manage your customer within the domain of data that should be with you. This person, the first thing that we have seen, the moment he takes it too much, the person says that I don't want to buy from you. I don't want my supplier to know so much about me. You should know a few things, but not everything. And that's why when you are collecting a data, ensure that you're not getting intrusive into the privacy of the customer or too much into their business. So it utilizes the customer understanding in all communication and touch points. Touch point is again a very interesting thing, but maybe that will be discussed in the latter part. CRM involves organizational structure, roles and responsibilities. So you have definite roles and responsibilities delegated to the people, and key performance indicators. If you do not have key performance indicators, it's difficult to keep a track of customer follow-up and what customer how customer is helping you in achieving your objectives, and is supported by technology enablers. Today, technology does a lot of things very well. So the technology enablers is another important issue that you have to look into. Let's look at the constellation of relationships, because we have said that relationships with the customer, but it's not just the customer. It takes you beyond a customer. You as a company have supplier, you have to have good relationship with the supplier also. Why I'm saying this is very recently we had that problem of strike at the retail level, and because of some regulatory changes, and because of that many customers were not getting essential things even from their regular grocer. It was absolute helplessness, because they were not getting it from their suppliers. Now maintaining a relationship in these cases becomes very, very critical, because you want to supply it but you are not getting it, and that's the reason that when it comes to the scarce commodities or maybe the supplies which are very, very critical for your business, you have to have nice relationship with your suppliers also. Also with the competitors and partners, also with the employees, they're very critical in your entire running of the business. Distributors, regulators, influencers, and obviously the customers. I'm not discounting the importance of the customer, but the other stakeholders are equally important in maintaining the relationship. Please make sure that you are not losing customers because you're not maintaining good relationship with suppliers. Because your product depends on the supplier, what they are providing you and the quality that they are giving. This was a point that was made by Mr. Kamath. This was about the customers and the prospects. What you have is, there is company 1 and company 2. You have their own set of customers. When they are trying to have additional customer, what they say is they are losing a few also in the process. So if you are losing a few, this is what the statistics is. It costs getting one customer 5 to 10 times more than retaining a customer. So if you're not retaining customer, you're losing a lot of money. And that's where the customer relationship management comes into the picture. Even if you're acquiring a customer, but at the same time, if you're losing some of your existing customers, you're making a big mistake at that time. Similarly, what happens is, again the statistics, most companies lose 50% of their customers in 5 years. It was conducted by Harvard University, and they came out that over a span of 5 years, 50% of the customers are lost. Now, if you are losing these many customers, at the same time, it's very important that for growth, you have to acquire new customers. And the cost of acquisition is also very, very high. Now, if you want to be sensible, if you want to maintain that sanity of bottom line, you have to ensure that you are not losing customers. And not to lose customers, again, it is the customer retention with relationship will what matter the most. and your A-class customer, if you have someone who is a very big consumer of your product, he's an A-class prospect for the other person. So that's why when I asked this person to the person in Kolkata that why you're buying only from one supplier, he said that there are others who are running after me to buy from their side. They're putting a lot of efforts to convert me from from a prospect to a customer. But I'm not doing it because I'm being served better. This is what the very important thing that I would again like to tell you. Success doesn't lie in beating rivals. It lies in managing your customers better. On every point, if you try to beat your competitor, you're beating competitor. But if you are managing your customers better, you're in a better position. So success doesn't lie in beating competitors. It lies more in managing your customers better. So if you are retaining your customers better, you have better chance of ensuring that the organization grows. Now, this is where the customer also grows. So when you want to acquire a customer, gain the greatest number of them, the best customers as early as in the lifespan. That is when you know that this particular person over a period of time is going to be a big one, get them at the earliest stage. That's a customer lifespan. Now, this is a simple matrix that I would like to put you for growth of your business. If you look at the P1 and the other P, that is the products that you have. Now, these products, the more you sell to the customer, the more you are getting it from them. So if you have more products to sell to the customer, you're looking at that. Second is the S part of it. That's the another service that you can give to your customer. You are giving more services to them through CRM and through others. You are getting more CRM activity. You are developing your relationship better with the customer. And finally, what you have is the C part of it, that's getting more and more customers. So if you get more and more customers, you get more opportunities to sell your product. Very simple equation, and you need to maintain better relationship by serving them better. So retain, expand your business with your new products, relationship with your customers, so selling up, cross-selling, more products you can sell, the better it is for your customer, for you, and the growth of the business as well. Another is customer loyalty. We already talked about customer loyalty. Customer loyalty is important. Customer individualism is still more important, and so is the reducing cost. The question is whether CRM, whether I should do relationship or I should do business. The better relationship you have, the better is your business prospect. You're not developing only relationships. You're also developing a customer base, and this is what helps you in reducing the cost. This gives you some kind of a opportunity to charge premium even in the competitive market, because your customer will come to you if you have good relations with them. And even if you are charging premium, it is the trust which brings them back to you. And that's why you will see that most of the brands which are built over a period of time, they're great brands, they have great relationship with their customers also. And that's why they have achieved that kind of competitiveness which is not related to price. And finally, improve the productivity of your organization. So by virtue of this, if you are getting, just look at what your customers are. They are suspects, visitors, prospects, subscribers, patrons, users, consumers, strategic partners, and a whole lot of other people as well. You cannot say that they are not our customers. They are also your customer. Every potential action of yours has a potential customer. Whatever we do, it has a potential customer. Now, this is the customer data that you can collect, but this otherwise also there will be in most of the softwares that you develop for CRM. It's not the CRM software that matters, but how you treat that software, and the mapping process where you have to re-examine all customer management business processes. You also have to define and redefine this where CRM provides the greatest value to the best customer. This is slightly more academic, but I was given that task of addressing to the academics or the theoretical part of customer relationship management as well. So we will just run through some of these important points. Incrementally implement the CRM to improve top targeted processes. And that means the subscription renewal process, etc., etc. Remember, there one of the best books that or magazines that I subscribe to is Reader's Digest. And that's one of the finest one, and they very heavily depend on their relationship with their existing customer and their relationship with their customer. their friends. It always heavily relied on dot. Maybe now it's not doing all that well, but nevertheless, that was a very successful model developed earlier. There obviously are multiple benefits to the company, which are fairly logical. There are benefits to the customers as well, apart from the company, and this is how you will be involving the strategy and technology. At the early stage, when you decide to go for this as a strategy, customer relationship management, look at how much technology is going to support you. Because technology has to support in database management. That's in the initial stages. You will have to take those decisions. What you are going to diagnose, how you are going to design it, at the implementation, development, and dissemination. This is a blue print about this strategic navigation system. Now this encompasses the core strategies of the initiatives. Decide what is your objective, relationship that you want to develop with your customers. What is your overall mission? What is the value proposition that you are making? As I said, value is something different than the price. Okay, so for this person, the value was the delivery schedule that the company was maintaining. He valued that more than anything else. So look at the value proposition, look at your marketing strategy. Will loyal models be utilized? And develop the customer and business metrics and establish the benchmarks. Second is customer interaction. Every touch point. There was one session where I also said that you have to minimize customer pain point. Okay, the customer pain points, what I mean is, I still remember it was again here. If you are buying a new washing machine, let's imagine a situation, you are buying a new washing machine. What do you expect from that? The day you purchase it, you want that washing machine to wash clothes for you. Yes or no? Obviously, that's what you will expect from that. But after buying a washing machine, at the time of installation, if they say that this requires different accessories and plumbing that needs to be done at your house, it's a pain point for you. Because unless and until it is connected to the tab that you have at your home, it's non-functional. And that is a pain point. So if you employ a plumber who can deliver this service at the time of installing the machine itself, it's much easy for you. You are reducing the customer pain point of getting a plumber and then getting the water resources for that particular machine and getting it operational. So the moment you reduce it, the customer is elevated. They're very happy about your service. And it's very simple. I mean, most of the time people ask that how do we measure satisfaction? To me, satisfaction is very simple. Satisfaction is performance minus expectation. Okay, so we are not happy with Sachin Tendulkar because he scores 91. Expectation is 100. Fine. So performance minus expectation. That is what is satisfaction. So let's see that are we meeting the expectations of the customers there? Are we segmenting them properly, profiling them, and addressing to their touch points? Support structure, the plumbing example that talks about the support structure, how we are going to do it, and the core processes. Review the business process necessary for measurement and reporting. Your database and data continues to grow only on the basis of what you have done in the past. Your customer updation, every time, what customers have purchased from us. There's a very good movie that again you should have seen, was a Minority Report. If you happen to see that report, that also in just one single phase, and they talk about the customer relationship there better. And information structure, the database information structure, the marketing technology enablers, the call center enablers, and the operating enablers and website enablers. This obviously we'll be talking in the next session. I want to again tell you that when you are doing it, this is what the final text in the same Bhagavad Gita is. It's about Yatya Rogeshwara Krishno Yatra Partho Dhanodara Tatra Srir Vijayo Bhutir Dhruvahan Nitir Matirmam. What it says is that Krishna has never talked about religion per se. Okay, this religion is nothing but conscious thoughts and emotions. And this is what you have to address when you're talking about customer relationship management. How much you're conscious about your relationships. He says that be conscious about it. Relationships. It's that way. Religion is not about the various religions that otherwise we talk about, Hindu, Muslim, etc., etc. It's about in customer relationship management, you're not necessarily doing a business with the relationship which is blood relationship. It's not blood relationship. It is the business relationship that you are developing, retaining, and expanding also. That's what going to help you. So if you have that conscious thoughts and emotions along with you, that's what is represented by Krishna. Conscious thoughts and emotions of relationship along with the competence of unconquered soldier like Arjun. So what in a way we talk about the competency and other things, you have to have those competencies also. But again, let me tell you, you don't have to have the best competencies. Whatever competencies you have, for those competencies there is a market available. Okay, it's not that you have to be the best in the business, not necessarily. You don't have to be the best in the business. Consumer do not buy best and they don't reject worst. Depending upon what they value, they will decide what to buy. Otherwise, only the qualitatively best product would have been selling, but that doesn't happen. So customer doesn't necessarily buy best and they don't necessarily reject worst. Depending upon what they value, they keep on buying. So look at your competence, what you can deliver. Look at the conscious relationships that you have with your customer. Control emotions over there. Control emotions with respect to the products that you have, because if the product has achieved its product life cycle, there is no way you can market that product. Okay, so maybe 15th of July this month, this year, some of the people will be extremely unhappy because there won't be any more telegrams. But let's have a decency of calling a particular patient dead, collect insurance check, invest it somewhere.